सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम ओम नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्ध ज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशांताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। मंडूकमहर्षे गौडपादाचार्यवर्याय आद्यशंकर सद्गुरवे अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। अथर्ववेदान्तर्गत माण्डूक्योपनिषद शान्तिमन्त्रः। मन्त्राणां पारायणं with as much concentration and devotion possible. Try to chant the mantras. Early morning, chanting of the Upanishad mantras, the two of Mandukya. Nothing greater than that. Om Bhadram Karneभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम ओमित्येतदक्षरमिदगं सर्वं तस्योपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवद्भविष्यदिति सर्वमोङ्कार एव यच्चान्यत्रिकालातीतं तदप्योङ्कार एव सर्वं हि एतद्ब्रह्म अयमात्मा ब्रह्म सोऽयमात्मा चतुष्पाद जागरितस्थानः बहिष्प्रज्ञः सप्ताङ्गः एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमपादः स्वप्नस्थानः अन्तःप्रज्ञः सप्ताङ्गः एकोनविंशतिमुखः प्रविविक्तभुक् तैजसद्वितीयपादः यत्र सुप्तो न कञ्चन कामं कामयते न कञ्चन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत्सुषुप्तं सुषुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानगण एव आनन्दमयो हि आनन्दभुक् चेतोमुखः प्राज्ञः तृतीयपादः एष सर्वेश्वरः एषो सर्वज्ञः एषोऽन्तर्यामी एष योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभवाप्यो हि भूतानां नान्तप्रज्ञं न बहिष्प्रज्ञं नोभयतप्रज्ञं न प्रज्ञानघनं न प्रज्ञं नाप्रज्ञम् अदृष्टमव्यवहार्यम् अग्राह्यमलक्षणम् अचिन्त्यमव्यपदेश्यम् एकात्मप्रत्ययसारं प्रपञ्चोपशमं शान्तं शिवमद्वैतं चतुर्थं मन्यन्ते स आत्मा स विज्ञेयः सोऽयमात्मा अधि अक्षरम् ओङ्कारोऽधिमात्रं पादामात्राः मात्राश्च पादाः अकार उकारो मकार इति जागरितस्थानः वैश्वानरः अकारः प्रथमा मात्रा आप्तेः आदिमत्वाद्वा आप्नोति ह वै सर्वान् कामान् आदिश्च भवति य एवं वेद स्वप्नस्थानः तैजसः उकारः द्वितीया मात्रा उत्कर्षादुभयत्वाद्वा उत्कर्षति ह वै ज्ञानसन्ततिं समानश्च भवति न अस्य ब्रह्मवित्कुले भवति य एवं वेद सुषुप्तस्थानः प्राज्ञः मकारः तृतीया मात्रा मितेः अपितेः वा विनोति हवा इदगं सर्वम् अपिदिश्च भवते य एवं वेद अमात्रः चतुर्थः अव्यवहार्यः प्रपञ्चोपशमः शिवः अद्वैतः एवम् ओङ्कारः आत्मा एव संविशत्यात्मनात्मानं य एवं वेद य एवं वेद ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ अलाथ शान्त्याख्य चतुर्थप्रकरणम् ॐ आदिशान्ता ह्यनुत्पन्नाः स प्रकृतैव सुनिर्वृताः सर्वे धर्मा समाभिन्नाः अजं साम्यं विशारदं वैशारद्यन्तु वै नास्ति भेदे विचरतां सदा भेदनिम्नाः पृथग्वादाः तस्मात् ते कृपणाः स्मृताः। Having saluted entire Guru Parampara, Manduka Maharishi, Gaudapadacharya Bhagavan, Adi Shankar Bhagavan, and the Shruti Mata, we are into this fag end of Mandukya Upanishad with Karika and Bhashyam. The topic which we are discussing recently finally is having established through the Shastra and the logic the finality of Ekameva Dvayam Brahma Nena Nasti Kinchana. Although that is done theoretically, which helps seldom, what helps us is practically when we experience that through all the external and internal sadhanas. Yes, after saying so, Bhagavan here, Karika Kara in one shloka is doing the ninda of those who are following the Dvaita as the Krupanas. And this ninda is done only to keep away from our heart that is our goal. Otherwise, at the time of sadhana, all that is required. Vedanta ultimately is all inclusive, it never excludes anything. But then, before including all, the final truth has to be discovered. So, to encourage us, inspire us to come away from this world of bondage, we are told here about the people who follow the Dvaita as the Krupana. This Krupanata is a meagerness, the miserliness, the feeling inside of so much of lowness in us, the limitation, the feeling of conditions. So, whether one is studying Advaita Vedanta or whether one is studying and Dvaita, in both cases, whoever have taken the Dvaita as the goal, taken Dvaita only as final truth, all of them will experience the Krupanata in them. Such people are Kripana is not a curse given to them. That will be the experience they'll have when they are bound by the Dvaitata. So in Vyavahara, there may be Dvaita needed continue. But then it always has its own side effect of making us Krupana. Therefore, if you want to rise above any sort of Krupanata, any sort of limitation, any sort of feeling of Kshubdrata, the only way is we have to aim at and try it and receive or experience or reach that Ekameva Dvayam Brahma. That's the goal. So one person maybe Siddhanta wise knows everything about Advaita, and yet he deep in his heart has not reached to discover that core of everything, the Advaita Tattva. Still, with all his wisdom, he will be Krupana. Like I am talking throughout the day or life, the Vedanta Shastras, Tattva Shastras, Advaita Brahma Shastra. You're all listening. So I may do it for 100 lives. But still, if in my experience I have not gained the Advaita Tattva, that means what? I am continuing to be Krupana. How much ever you may proclaim or claim or say that Swamiji tells us Shastras, he knows something. It has nothing to do. So Bhagavan here is aiming at pushing us not only the theoretical understanding which is given so far, he tells us it's not theory which liberates you, it is only the experience which liberates you. Therefore, you have to rise to that level. For that, you have to understand the Karmanata that is always there in the Dvaita, reject it. This is a struggle he is doing here. Because many people get satisfied at the intellectual comprehension understanding level. Still, they continue the life giving value to the Dvaita or reality to Dvaita. And then they question the Upanishads have not helped us, the Guru has not helped us. All through life, I studied Advaita Vedanta, I contemplated on that, or I taught that only to others. I discussed to everyone with that only. I promoted that. I served that organization which was teaching Advaita. No, there are thousand people do all these and complain that toward the end we are where we were. Reason is one, it didn't click to them that theoretical Advaita never helps. It has to be experienced. And why don't they experience? Why don't they try? Because they are bound. They are bound by their own vasanas. They are bound by their own mind, still giving value, importance to that. They are not able to come out of this. They are not able to reject it. That's how you understand it. They didn't get that click of it. कि I must rise above these things. I must go for the Advaita. वो नहीं हुआ उनके अंदर वो है. Therefore, they could not sacrifice the Advaitata in practice or in meditation. Therefore, they didn't experience the Advaita. That's how they are continuing to be Krupana, but they do not accept it. They put the blame on everyone, including the Guru, Bhagavan, and Shastra. Should we fall in that category? Let us question ourselves. So, the same Shastra which talks about the glory of Advaita will again say that Advaita is not Siddhanta, only it's an Anubhuti. And that Anubhuti of Advaita will never come, as we just now said, unless one qualifies for it through the inner total purification, wherein his heart is not having any sankalpa